What if Luke left Octu? Part 2. It's been over 1 year since the Battle of Great. Kylo Ren has been training 12 hours a day and has been given the same type of training in the Force Palpatine had, but even harder. While he's had the combat training Maul had, he's unbelievably powerful. Star Killer level in strength. This is the training Anakin would have gotten if he was trained by Palpatine. He is given one final test to be given the title of a Lord of the Sith. The Emperor takes the best 20 bounty hunters in the galaxy, gives them top-notch equipment, and pays them handsomely to hunt Kylo Ren down in the forest. While Kylo has been given nothing, no weapons, no saber, can't use the Force, and is only in a silk robe. It's a dark night when the hunt begins. It's cold and rainy. The bounty hunters have a tracking device on Kylo that Kylo doesn't know about, that the Emperor had put on him. They use it to follow him. They have him surrounded in a circle from around a mile away. They begin to enclose the circle. Kylo stays where he is for now, and then eventually he strikes. Kylo rushes one of the bounty hunters. They shoot him from a tree. Kylo jumps up, dodging the blaster bolts, and kicks the branch she's on, breaking it. The bounty hunter falls hard. She grabs her black sword as dark as the night. He doesn't even see it, but he knocks the sword out of her hand, then grabs it and cuts her down. As she dies, 3 more bounty hunters surround him. One shoots flames at him, which he ducks under. Another shoots mini missiles from his wrist gauntlet at him, which he jumps over. The missiles break the branch of a tree. He uses this to hurl at one bounty hunter, killing him on impact. The other bounty hunter tries to subdue him by throwing multiple extremely high voltage EMPs. Kylo grabs one and crushed it as soon as it was in his hand. The electricity had no large effect on him or any being of his power. He threw the rest at him with remarkable speed. The bounty hunter was down. Kylo finished him off with the sword. While he does this, he is shot in the shoulder by the other bounty hunter. He yells in pain and faces the bounty hunter. Seeing the other bounty hunter's failures, he grabs an electro staff to fight Kylo Ren. They engage in battle. Every time their weapons clash, Kylo is shocked with high voltage electricity. As the two fight, 2 more bounty hunters advance on him from behind, shooting at him. He kicks the bounty hunter he is fighting. Then he picks up a boulder and throws it at one, and throws a small branch at the other, who survives. He keeps fighting the Wookiee bounty hunter with an electro strap, who is joined by Trandoshan with a double-bladed sword, an old-school style melee weapon. He takes them on simultaneously. He is struggling, but his speed is incredible. He grabs the Wookiee's electro staff, finishes the 2, then goes to kill the other one, who he hurt earlier. 4 dead, but he wasn't told how many there were. The survivors joined with the rest of the bounty hunters. Together, the 15 bounty hunters surrounded him. They threw 60 EMPs at him. He collapsed in pain, but got up. They all had him surrounded on the forest floor. They all shot at him at once. And in that moment, Kylo jumped to the canopy of the forest, and when he landed, they were all dead. He was hurt. He sat slumped against a tree, resting and recovering. A blaster bolt came out of nowhere, pierced the air at alarming speeds, about to hit him in the face, but he narrowly stopped it with the Force and threw it back. The last bounty hunter. He was dead. Palpatine walked towards him, laughing. Kylo knelt and told him, I did what you told me. Now I should be a Lord of the Sith. You used the Force. That is not what I allowed you to do. Master, Kylo was force choked by Palpatine. You cheated. You didn't do what I said. This is treachery. But that is the way of the Sith, my boy, he said, as he released Kylo, who knelt before his master once again. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Cadus. Thank you, my master. You may rise, Lord Cadus, and go prepare and rest, for we have the battle of a lifetime coming soon. We are in the forest near the rebel base. Finn and Rey are spawning with Luke jumping all around him. Rey's own yellow blade and Finn's new purple blade. Luke dance around their attacks, defending against them with remarkable ease. The two attempt to force push him in unison, but only his robes move. Like a mild wind blew by. With his 2 fingers, he force pushed them into a tree. You both did well, but you let your guards down. Unlike me, Kylo Ren won't hesitate to kill you when he has the chance. And when you lose focus, you must always be aware of your surroundings and expect the unexpected. When in a duel, you must remember if your opponent is force sensitive, they can use the force. The Resistance then finds out that Darth Sidious is alive. Luke was in shock. He said out loud, "I watched him die. How could this be possible for a Sith?" He would have feared the Emperor after their encounter, but he thought he was dead. And now in this moment, when he realized he wasn't dead, he felt like he was in a trance. Leia woke him out of it, telling him that if their father could defeat Sidious, so could they. So Luke collected himself and said to his crew, "Now we are leaving for the final battle. Rey, you come with me. Finn, you stay here with Leia and continue training until we return." "Yes, Master." Lando, Luke, Rey, Chewie, and R2 leave to find the Sith dagger to locate the Wayfinder. We are back on Exegol. Palpatine sees a body in the bacta tank. He leaves his body and moves into the new body he created with DNA from himself and Rey. The clone opens his eyes. They are brown for a moment, then they turn Sith yellow. Kylo looks on in horror. A young Palpatine. He was unstoppable, and with Kylo Ren by his side, they would wreak havoc across the galaxy. He jumped out of the bacta tank, force choking Kylo. As he put on his Sith robes, Kylo broke free, and on one knee, the Emperor laughs and pulls out his lightsaber, jumping at Kylo, who could barely stop the Emperor in time. The two dueled. Palpatine was outmatched, but his aggression was more than Kylo could handle. Kylo force-pushed the Emperor with such force that he broke through the wall of the structure. Sidious looked up to see Kylo about to stab him. He rolled out of the way. Kylo grabbed him with the force, throwing him around like a rag doll. Kylo prepared to finish him off and said, "Now the galaxy belongs to me." When the Emperor started laughing and shot him with torrents of the strongest force lightning he could muster up, he force choked him and zapped him at the same time. "My boy, you realize I only let you live because I need you. If I didn't, you would die for this treachery. Now prepare to leave for battle." It's been a few days. Luke and the others found the dagger, returned to the base, and dropped off some people to say their goodbyes. Luke, Rey, Finn, and Leia set out to find Exegol, but first they needed the Wayfinder. They are now on Kef Bar. Rey matches the dagger with the wreckage of the Death Star. Luke is in his X-Wing looking for a way to get to the spot. They all feel the presence and see Kylo Ren and the Emperor, but his younger self. Luke's jaw dropped and eyes widened as he was in fear. He thought of his last encounter with the Emperor, the one that he almost died from. Luke thought, "I knew he was alive. I didn't think he'd be young again." Finn, Leia, and Rey all ignited their blades. Luke flew incredibly fast at the two, but Kylo shot his full force lightning at him. The ship crashes and burns some 800 yards away. The three Jedi prepare to fight. Palpatine jumps at Leia, while Kylo charges Finn and Rey, who fight him together. It was just like they trained, but Kylo wasn't toying with them. He easily outmatched them and used force lightning to dispatch them as he turned and watched his mother duel the Emperor. What a shame that you had to be trained by your brother rather than me or your father. You have much anger. You would have made a great Sith, even better than your son. Ben may use the dark side, but he's not a Sith. He never will be, not if I can help it. Oh, your highness, you are mistaken. He is no longer your son. He is Darth Cadus. He is mine. Leia yelled in anger. And using her hatred and emotions for the Emperor, she increased her powers by the second. The Emperor was just laughing, enjoying the moment. He then forced shelter and used Force Lightning to knock her out. He then stood next to Cadus and said, "Good, my boy. Now we must finish Luke. Only together can we defeat him." They saw Luke walking briskly towards them. The two charged him. While Luke just kept walking, Cadus jumped at him, and Luke dodged it. The Emperor and Cadus attacked at once. Luke knew this would take everything he had. Luke jumped into action, at last revealing his true power. He wasn't visible to the human eye. He was a blur of green, while Palpatine ignited a second red blade to fight with. The two were having a hard time keeping up with Luke. Cadus used the Force to throw the remains of Luke's X-Wing at Luke, who would easily move out of the way. Then Force jumped to the Death Star wreckage. The two Sith followed in quick pursuit. They continued the battle when a huge 80-foot-tall wave came by. The Sith pushed him into the wave, used all the Force lightning they could use at the moment. The waves got bigger and bigger. They waited for a moment until Luke jumped out and continued the battle in wet and burnt robes. He was hurt and tired. He didn't know how much longer he could keep this up. He was facing Cadus when the Emperor kicked him from behind, knocking the saber out of his hand. The Emperor let Cadus prepare to finish him. When Luke caught his blade with his hand and threw it, the Emperor tried to cut down Luke, but he ducked and pulled out his father's lightsaber to finish the fight. When it was grabbed by Cadus, Luke was angry. The whole atmosphere changed. Luke thought of everything the two had taken from him: his friends, his students, the Republic, his family, his father, his future, his past. He grabbed his green saber and attacked them. Once again, Force pushing the Emperor through several walls to take Cadus on, who grabbed the ship to throw it at him, which he didn't see coming and was knocked down again. He couldn't keep going, but Cadus was relentless. Luke, on one knee, caught the blade of Cadus in one last-ditch effort to survive. He began to stand up when Cadus used his other hand to shoot Force lightning. While he laid on the ground screaming, he used everything taught to him by Yoda and Obi-Wan to reach out with the Force and Force push him back. His mechanical hand was uncooperative after this, so he grabbed his lightsaber in his left hand. Cadus got up, and the Emperor had came back. So he ignited his emerald blade for the last time, fighting them both at the same time. The duel was the most magnificent the galaxy had ever seen. While the two dueled, the Emperor grabbed a ship-sized piece of the Death Star, electrocuted it, and threw it at Luke, knocking him down, barely conscious. In an attempt to electrocute him, Luke blocked it with his saber. He jumped at Cadus, about to strike him down, but he couldn't. He hesitated, and he wouldn't kill him. He said, "I'm sorry for everything. I owe you this. Ben, please come back." In that moment of hesitation, he was stabbed by the Emperor. Luke disappeared into the living Force. Ben looked at the Emperor in anger and attacked him. The two battled until the Emperor outsmarted and outclassed Ben and stabbed him in the stomach. After slicing his saber hilt in two, he grabbed Anakin's lightsaber and stabbed the Emperor in the chest, ending the battle. The two dropped to the ground. The Emperor was dead. Ben died. He looked up and saw Leia, Finn, and Rey, and the Force ghost of Luke Skywalker looked down on him in his final moments as he became one with the Force as well. The First Order falls into shambles, and the Final Order wouldn't even begin, and the Republic would be reinstated. Rey and Finn would continue their training under Leia as the protectors of the galaxy and the Force. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I've been working on it since like beginning of December, maybe end of November, I can't remember. It's been a really long time, but anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye.